Hey guys, Ressha here with another review. This time I'll be reviewing the ToQ Ressha 8 Diesel Ressha from Ressha Sentai ToQger. This is the ToQger's third support Ressha, but instead of combining with ToQ-Oh, it combines with the other support Ressha. So let's take a look. So Diesel Ressha is a maroon diesel engine, and is not only the longest Ressha so far, but in the show it's also the oldest one. So once again, as you can see, this thing is very long. It's actually consistent of 5 segments. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. This thing also has a lot of intricate detail going into it. Not only do you have the details that stand out the most being the ones that are painted, you also have a lot of paneled lines along the whole thing. Also have detailing on the top, the other side, and on the bottom. Now the way this detaches and links up is simply by detaching the frontmost part, folding up this, and connecting them, and going all the way back here and splitting up these two cars that are colored in light orange and light blue. Pulling out 2 connectors. Linking them up. So you have it like that, but not only that. Because of transformation joints, you can actually extend out this part here, and this part down back here. And it can bend even more. Meanwhile, these parts don't have any bendability. So taking a look at the front car, and right here, with of course, while still having the maroon color, it also has some nice white, a little bit of goldenrod, light blue, gray, and silver. And interestingly, in spite of this being the longest Ressha, the front car is actually the shortest, being just a little bit shorter than both the front cars for yellow and pink Ressha. So, we can use it with the ToQ changer, like so. And there we go. So like I said at the beginning, to to start, this doesn't actually combine with ToQ-Oh, but actually with Tank Ressha and Car Carrier Ressha. And like with ToQ-Oh, it can mostly be formed while connecting the trains. So to start, take Diesel Ressha and detach these two parts from this middle section and set this aside. And you're going to take them and move them like this so that they're parallel to each other. Then there are two connector tabs in here. You're going to fold out one of them and attach the two together, like so. Then take Car Carrier and Tank, attach one here and the other here. Then going over here, you're going to take these two and fold them out to the sides. Then take these sections, pull them out, and fold them down. Then fold out these panels here and here. Then take this section, making it so that this line is this way, and these two parts on the top. Attach it right here. Then fold up these two parts and split the legs apart. Stand the whole thing up, just like so. And then for the final step, take this panel here, fold it down, and click it into place. Then like that, you have the ToQ's second mech, ToQ-Oh. So while it has been an occurrence in the past to have the support mecha combined together into a separate mecha, it usually doesn't happen this early in the series. So ToQ-Oh is quite an interesting case. Taking a look at the details, we can see the new head. We can see its head, which has these pipes sticking out from either side and going up. This interesting face, which has this kind of vented faceplate. We have these other golden pipes that extend out through the shoulders. And with these panels having light orange and light blue, they match up with their respective leg sides. And you also have this very nice chrome gold part, which has all these cylinders to basically represent the engine inside of Diesel. Articulation wise, I'm just going to rotate full 360 and move in and out thanks to that transformation joint. One thing of note that I didn't show while it was a train is this part here, where for this light blue car, it actually has a little door that can slide open and close. While this doesn't include anything to store in there, it is a full-on storage compartment. And if you want to, you'd put something really small in there. Taking a look at the back, it's fairly plain. It still is an interesting design. One of the things that I do find kind of weird is just the body proportions. As you can see, the legs are longer than either of the arms and longer than the body itself. And so they do seem a little bit disproportionate. That being said, it is a nice coherent design. And the way these panels work, it means it has some color distribution aside from just the crimson up here or maroon up here, and light orange and light blue down here. For a size comparison, here's ToQ-Oh. As you can see, ToQ-Oh is a bit taller mostly because of how tall the legs are. And from the side, they're about the same width, except because of red Ressha, blue Ressha, and green Ressha, ToQ-Oh sticks out a little bit in the front and a little bit in the back. But taking those parts out of it, they're about the same width. So the next thing you can do is actually combine these two. So to do that, we'll put both into their connected train formations. So first off, for ToQ-Oh, fold up the doors, fold back the head, and fold back up this back compartment. Rotate and fold up these two parts on the blue and green. Swivel the hands back into their neutral positions. Unlock the feet, then fold them down. Then fold red Ressha back into place and push these back in. Then for Diesel, fold back in these compartments, or these panels. Fold back up the front panel for the face. Lay that down. And fold the legs back in, and fold the feet down. Now we're ready to combine. So for starters, take tank and car carrier off of Diesel Ressha. Then detach yellow and pink from blue and green. Next, take car carrier Ressha and tank Ressha, fold out the two clips that each of them have on one side, and connect them to these two clips on the sides of blue and green, with car carrier going on this side and tank going on this side. Then take this part off of Diesel Ressha, fold up the arms back into place like this, and split them apart. On the inside you also have this arm joint connector, one on the inside of there, one on the inside of there. And you're also going to want to fold out this piece here. And take those and connect them to the sides where you would normally put in yellow and pink Ressha as the arms. So this is just snap into place. And take yellow and pink, put them into these two new arm connectors on each side. And now we're ready to transform it. So, starting with the legs, take these two switches and lift up these parts on tank Ressha and car carrier Ressha. Fold up red like so. Fold up the feet for blue and green. And we're going to stand the entire thing up. But first, rotate the arms. Split the legs apart. And coming up here, you're going to take these, flip them down, and rotate them around. And take these parts, rotate them, 90 degrees, and pull up and fold forward, and take this top part for red Ressha, fold to the back, but instead of bringing out the head, you're going to take this piece, this time flip it around, and place it where you would normally place the head for ToQ-Oh. Then take these two panels in the front, and fold them up to reveal the face. And so there you have ToQ-Oh, or Super ToQ-Oh. Now this is the first big combiner mech, a real combined robo. And as is the name, it is a super robo. So, for the new additions, Tank Ressha and Card Carrier Ressha attached to the sides of the legs to give them more width, and also stick out a little bit in front, and overall it helps add standing support. Then Diesel Ressha widens the body by splitting apart and creating a gap between, or rather filling in a gap between yellow and blue and green and pink, as well as creating two large shoulder cannons up here. And then we have this new face. I'll just get a little close up on that to show what it looks like. So it's got the same kind of face as ToQ-Oh, though it has a new gold visor, or rather gold lining around its eyes, as well as two golden tracks that create horns. And in the center we have a gold ToQ symbol with TQG in gold. And overall, it is a nice looking head. And it, overall, because it's bigger than the previous head, does fit the bigger look of ToQ-Oh. So the articulation is the same as before because it uses the same kind of joints. But you can also swivel the two shoulder cannons up here and lower them down like so. So they're facing a bit more forward. And you can put it in a cannon firing position. And like I said in my last review, this is what I'm liking about the ToQ line, which is that to go along with the rainbow theme, as you put on more and more mech, it adds colors. So now we have 8 colors on this: red, blue, yellow, green, pink, light blue, light orange, and maroon. Although I admit it does look a little bit imbalanced because of how you have one cannon which is just mostly maroon, the other one which has the light orange and light blue, along with a little bit of maroon. But that's just how it's designed, and overall I do like it. Though it doesn't get much taller, except for, of course, adding these two cannons and the height that it gets from the horns. It also does look good with the wired body, and I think what helps it is that you have add width on both the body and on the legs. So the proportions are still balanced. And overall I'd say it's a nice looking combination. So just to finish this off, take this apart and put it back into Diesel-Oh, which is quite a simple thing to do. I'll take these sections. Connect them back together. back on the legs. And attach back on the head. So overall, I can highly recommend Diesel Ressha. Not only do you get a new mecha if you have Card Carrier Ressha and Tank Ressha, but if you also have ToQ-Oh, you can get ToQoh, the first super combination for the series. And from what I can tell, future combinations will be adding on to ToQ-Oh. Also of note is that there are two ways you can get this. One is separately buying Diesel Ressha on its own, and the second is to buy a Diesel set, which includes Diesel Ressha, Tank Ressha, and Card Carrier Ressha. Although if you have just Diesel Ressha, or rather if you just have Tank Ressha or Card Carrier Ressha, that means you'll have to get both the other one of those two and Diesel. But at the very least, it does give you two options depending on your situation right out of the gate. While like ToQ-Oh, it doesn't really have much in terms of a gimmick. It still has a nice design to it. It's well proportioned, at least somewhat well proportioned. And because it combines, it means you don't have to just have them strewn about separately. It means that you can combine them to store them as Diesel, while also having the first 5 stored as ToQ-Oh. Or if you want, you can just put them all together into ToQ-Oh. And overall, it's once again a nice addition. Especially because it has this nice design to it. It has this unique way of combining. And it is very impressive in its length and the way that you can not only join it as the crane hinges, but it has transformation joints that allow you to actually swivel it even more. So overall, whether you're getting it on its own or in the Diesel set, I can highly recommend Diesel Ressha. So, thanks for watching. Please rate, comment, subscribe, and check out my channel for more videos. And for now, this is KRX50, writing off.